going to ask a wrap-up question to each of the panelists, and I would sort of full circle from where we started, having gone through this discussion. Now, what is it that you think is the most important thing a president can do to change energy policy? And let me start with Doug.
I think the most important thing a president can do is to put in place a broad approach to the combination of climate and international reliance on imported oil, and John McCain has done that twice now by introducing a cap-and-trade bill, and he will continue to pursue this as a matter of our national security, our economic security, and the future of the climate for our children.
I'll ask Dave Bonior.
Well, let me just quote what John Edwards has said on this, because I think if you're asking for summations, I think he said it very well. He said, our generation must be the one that says we must halt global warming. Our generation must be the one that says yes to renewable fuels and end forever our dependence on foreign oil. And our generation must be the one that builds the new energy economy that we've just talked about. It won't be easy, but it is time to ask the American people to be patriotic about something other than war. I think he, in that statement, you sense his fervor, his commitment on this issue. You may have seen MoveOn.org had a contest. They've asked all the presidential candidates to provide their energy and global warming plans. The candidates did, or most of them did, at least in our party, and the results of 100,000 people across the country who voted was John Edwards got about 30% of the vote, and his competitors around 15 and 16%. He led on that. The reason he led on that is because he has established, I mean, he's actually not only advocated what I've suggested to you this morning, but he's gone out in a personal way and done something about this. And it's a commitment that really encompasses the theme of our campaign, which tomorrow begins today. You can't wait till January '09 when you're president. You've got to start doing it today, whether it's just doing weatherization in a senior citizen home in Scranton, Pennsylvania, or working down with young people to rebuild homes in an efficient way down in New Orleans as a result of the Katrina. Actually doing things on the ground is important, and leading in that way, as well as the policies that we've discussed, is terribly important for any president or any leader of any country.
John Herrington.
I made a couple of notes while you guys were talking. Mayor Giuliani would think a broad-based approach would be the most important. I think it's crucial for America to move towards renewable fuels, and that includes new engine technologies such as turbine engines, ceramic engines, expand our nuclear power base, commercialize clean coal, increase our natural gas supply, and move more of it out of electricity generation and into transportation. And I think the most important thing we can do is strive to invent and commercialize energy technologies of the future and diversifying more than we are today. All of those things will help us move away from oil, and that would be a broad-based approach that he would take.
Tom Daschle, you get the last word on behalf of Senator Obama.
Well, Brian, I think that the question was, what is the most important thing a president can do? And I think Senator Obama would say the most important thing a president can do is lead. This isn't going to happen without very, very strong leadership. It isn't going to happen unless a president sets some very ambitious goals and lays out a plan for reaching them. It isn't going to happen unless the president himself sets an example personally. It isn't going to happen unless a president shows the leadership to bring both sides together, Republican and Democratic, to try to find common ground. It isn't going to happen unless we're willing to commit resources necessary to ensure that this becomes the priority it deserves to be in this country. And it isn't going to happen unless there's a good partnership between the marketplace and public policy. That's what leadership is all about, and I believe that's what Senator Barack Obama would do the best.